So hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now in this week's video, I'd like to welcome you all to my heaven on earth. This is my favourite place in the whole world. I hope you enjoy this video. Welcome back to the lakes. Sorry, I've just ate a pasty. Don't know if there's crust all over my face, but we're in the lakes. I don't care. This is amazing. And if you haven't guessed already, we're going to be hiking up the beautiful Great Gable. Never done this hike before and thoroughly excited. I can't wait. I'm not too sure at this stage whether or not I'm going to hike right to the top. I've just come here to, enjoy the lakes, enjoy a little bit of the outdoors, and hopefully get one or two nice photos up there as well. I am definitely going to be up there somewhere during the sunset, and the weather's looking glorious, maybe even a little bit too nice. I shouldn't say that, but yeah, just all around looking forward to this adventure. So come along with me, let's go.
It's been 4 weeks since you called, and I've been waiting here for you all along. I've been waiting here for you all along. Where you been? Where did you go? I wonder if you found what you're looking for. Wonder if you found what you're looking for. I hope it's not too late. I want you back here with me. We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be.
So I'm just having a quick pit stop. It's a difficult hike, but things this beautiful do not come easy. This is just phenomenal, stunning. I can't get over how beautiful it is. It's amazing. And by the way, I'm not too far from the top. I'm definitely going to get to the peak. I'm not going to come all this way and work this hard and not get to the peak of Great Gable. So I will see you at the top. That is a definite. Yeah, we've got a couple of hours till sunset, so I've got a fair bit of time. But yeah, just thought I'd stop for a minute, catch my breath, and just enjoy some of these views. Just are absolutely amazing. Honestly, I can't get over it. I'm feeling very grateful and privileged to be able to call this home, really. Absolutely amazing. And another thing that I really like, I think a lot of fellow landscape photographers would relate with this one more than just people that enjoy the outdoors, but it's funny how, obviously I'm coming up for the sunset, so as I'm coming up, especially because it's a Saturday, so it's fairly busy, everyone's going back down. They've already been up and down Great Gable, so they're sort of walking past me, looking at me like, where are you going, mate? It gets dark in 2 or 3 hours, like. But yeah, I kind of like that, going against the grain of traffic, and I know that light permitting, that I'm going to get a beautiful sort of show from nature when I get to the top. So yeah, it's still absolutely glorious weather. I mean, like I said, it's not really the best for photography, but I don't want to sit here and complain about this. There is literally not a cloud in the sky, which is something that you wouldn't hear people say very often about the lakes, especially this time of year as well. So I have to regard myself as being very lucky, very fortunate, but yeah, unreal. So a little bit of a scramble to get to the top. Not really looking forward to it, to be honest. It's looking a bit difficult, but I'm going to take it slow and just try and enjoy every step. What a hike. What a place to be sitting right now. Absolutely amazing. So I'm actually really close to the top. You might be able to see there, just over the old left shoulder. But yeah, it's gorgeous. We're just about getting into the golden hour now, and I don't know, often I'm looking over my shoulder, as you do, back at the view, because it's that beautiful, and just spotted this here, this sort of potential composition. I came through these two rocks or pillars, whatever you want to call them, and it was just a glorious scene, and the two rocks sort of helped to frame the composition in a way that the eye starts almost through the rocks and then looks at the river, and then, you know, the eye would follow the river there down to the lake, and the conditions are just gorgeous. So yeah, I decided to quickly set up and take a shot here. So using my 18 to 55 millimeter lens, it's at 18 millimeters, it's more than wide enough. I don't need to get the wide angle out. And yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous, and we've got the pillars there at the bottom right hand third, and then, like I say, that stream will hopefully lead the eye right up to the lake there, which will be in the sort of top right hand third. And I think it's quite a nice balanced image as well, and the light is just absolutely glorious. I'm loving it. Now, it is quite a challenging one to photograph because it's very bright, so I'm going to do a little bit of bracketing. And my first image, which is going to be for the foreground, is at 1/25th of a second, and I got my 2-second timer, and what I'm doing is just putting my hand in front of the lens in a way just to block the glare from the sun, because we're getting a few sunspots on the image. So that's for the foreground, and then for the background, obviously with the sun directly in the image, that's really bright. So I'm underexposing at 1/60th of a second to try and expose for the sky, but then I'm also going to go down to 1/125th of a second as well, just because I want to sort of cover myself a little bit. I don't know how dark I'm going to need that sky when it comes to blending those exposures together. But yeah, I think that's a really beautiful image, and to be honest, in a way I sort of want to stay here for the sunset and get this as an image. But as you know, when I come out, it's not all about photography, and a lot of the time it's about the adventure, and I cannot leave without getting up there to Great Gable, to the peak. So I'll see you up there, and I hope you like this image. So I made it to the top of Great Gable in the windy Lake District. Absolutely stunning, look at this. Oh, yes! Whoa! What a hike. I'm shattered, my thighs are in bits, and it is pretty windy up here on Great Gable, but I've done it. I'm delighted. I'm just sheltering behind the actual peak here. You might be able to hear the wind. But yeah, absolutely stunning up here. I'm really glad that I got that photograph earlier, because in all honesty I was a little bit late getting up here, and the sun's just gone down now, so I'm glad I was able to capture that light in a photograph earlier on. So yeah, glad about that. But I'm going to get one photograph up here. It's looking pretty nice sort of post sunset. Some of the clouds are still a little bit pinky off in the distance there to the northwest, so I might do a little bit of a horizontal panorama with my 55 to 200. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm going to get set up quickly here and try and bag myself a shot.
It's been 4 weeks.
Whoa! It is windy, but it is beautiful up here. Now I'm going to take my shot, and I'm actually not going to take a horizontal panorama. I'm using my 55 to 200 like I said I would. However, the sky is beautiful. We've got this orange glow off in the distance, and it's just really nice, and a few clouds have formed over the coast in that sort of westerly direction. It's just added so much interest. But yeah, I am zoomed in with my 55 to 200 at about 80 millimeters, and this is something that is, you know, I do this quite often, and I'm looking at layers. We've got a little bit of Great Gable here in the foreground, and then we've just got layer after layer of beautiful Lake District peaks, and then of course that awesome orange sky off there in the distance. We've even got a few towns dotted about in the centre of the frame. But yeah, it's something a little bit abstract, something that I always like to try and challenge myself to do. I think my last shot was wonderful, but it's, you know, it's a classic shot from this location. I think it's nice to also do a bit of an abstract shot as well. This could be Well, I mean, it's probably obvious that this is in the Lake District, but unless you're very familiar with what peaks are what, you wouldn't really be able to tell where it is. But yeah, I just really like the long lens for these sort of images. I think it's fantastic. 1/15th of a second, f9, ISO 100. Extremely simple. Play about with it a little bit in Lightroom. Bring the highlights down in the sky. It's still quite bright. Absolutely glorious location. Hopefully another nice photograph as well. But I'll show you this image and then I'm going to head back down to my car. So thank you so much for watching. Another fantastic adventure, worth the trip, worth the journey. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next week. Out.